Hello everybody, and I'm going to make beef burritos. We have a plan every single Sunday. My wife and I will sit down in the evening over a glass of wine sometimes, and we plan out what we're going to have throughout the week. We put it onto an Excel spreadsheet, very easily highlighting meals, and we post that up somewhere in the kitchen where the kids can see what we're having. So in this way, there's never a surprise when the meal comes up, and there's never arguments, conversations, hard feelings about some of the favorite foods, because it's hanging up there. We always give them an opportunity to write some suggestions down, and if we have an opportunity to buy some of their ingredients for some of their suggestions, we can incorporate that as well or move it to the following week. But this way, we're always, as a family, aware of what the meal is going to be. So this evening is going to be burritos, and that's a very simple meal to make. It's just a combination of kind of a deconstructed meal. You have lettuce and you have some onions, and really you can add any of your favorite toppings or fillings. We've got guacamole and we've got hummus and tahini sauce, and it makes it more fun, almost like a pub night at home with a combination of all these different sauces. Then you can have a combination of some convenient foods that good quality that you've bought from the store, together with some of the raw ingredients that you're going to prepare yourself, and combining the two, you've had now a meal that is easy to prepare, fun for the whole family. Let's begin. So I've got my ground beef that I defrosted in some cold water. I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. And then we have lean ground beef. So it doesn't have a lot of fat in it. We added maybe 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to our pan. We're gonna wait till that heats up, and now add the ground beef. We're gonna add some garlic. Check out this garlic clove. It's huge. There it goes. This is a locally grown garlic. Unlike a lot of the ones you get imported, they're very mealy. They're small, they're tasteless. This one is fragrant, spicy. The cloves are large. There's a nice color. And that's what you want to look for when you're picking garlic. Whenever possible, locally grown is the way to go. I had a culinary teacher that would be dead set against electronic equipment, you know, for the small wares type things. So when we had an opportunity to maybe use a little food processor to process garlic, she would always say, first learn how to do it with a knife. You should be able to do all the different techniques with a knife, with your own skills. When you've accomplished that, then only then can you use other equipment. So even to puree the garlic, we did it all by hand. What you do is you chop up the garlic, add a little bit of salt, it draws out a lot of the moisture from the garlic, and then you just use the side of the knife like this, and you keep moving it forward as you pretty much squashing it. And you do that several times, eventually you're going to get pureed garlic. So if you only need 1 or 2 cloves of pureed garlic, let's say you're adding it into a sauce or into a puree, like maybe into guacamole or something, or you want to do it as a spread, that's a good way to do it. Okay, so got 1 giant clove of garlic, which is probably equal to 3 smaller cloves. No recipe should ever say 1 clove of garlic, ever. 1 clove of garlic doesn't really add much. So anywhere you see 1 clove of garlic, times it by 3, leave the rest of the ingredients the way they are. Okay, so we're going to add our ground beef to the pan. So to the ground beef, forgot the words to what we're doing. So to the ground beef, we're going to add the garlic that we just chopped. I like to season along the way, so we're going to add maybe about half a teaspoon of salt. And at every stage of cooking, you want to taste it. So I've added half a teaspoon of salt. Now when the ground beef is going to be fully cooked, I can taste it before adding other seasoning or other salt or more salt to it. What's your favorite part about cooking? Why do you watch cooking videos? Why do you search out recipes on the internet? What drives you to go out to restaurants? What is your driving force to enjoying good food? Is it social for you? Is it just dietary for you? Is it a technique to save more time? What is it? What is the existing drive? Because like everything, like all your other decisions for why you do something, food has to be approached in the same way. Otherwise, we run into health risks and health issues when we overeat and overindulge in food without thought. It's always around us, so we're always grabbing at it, and we're always using it not always for the right reasons. Boredom, depression, anxiety, time-saving techniques, something to quickly give to our family to leave us alone so we can have more time, right? So these are not all great reasons to approach food in that way, whether you're consuming it yourself or you're making it for your family. So it's super important to figure out what it is that is driving you to eat. The real reason why we should be enjoying good food is because it's the energy that we draw from it that allows us to do other things in the life that we want to be able to accomplish. So, spending time with your loved ones, working on a project, helping someone else, making some sort of a difference in your community or in the world. All of these activities requires for you to have energy. And that energy, for us as human beings, is drawn from the food that we consume. So it's super important. It is such a vital role in our life. It is our life-giving product. It is these foods is what allows us to be able to live life to our fullest, have the energy, the vitality, the clarity in life to be able to accomplish other things. Life is short and it moves pretty fast. And you want to be able to accomplish these things in your life before life gets away from you. So, I ask you again, what is your reason for how you approach food, how you prepare your meals, and your love for food? It's a great question. One, I think we don't always put thought into it because we just take it for granted. The food is available, we quickly consume it, and we move on to other things. And if you're not conscious about the food that you eat, it really could become a detriment rather than something that enhances your life and gives you the abilities to do so much more with life that all that life has to offer, basically. Okay, let's check back on our beef. Should be almost ready. We'll give it a taste test to see if we have enough salt. Then we'll add the rest of the spices. So we're going to drain the water and the little bit of fat that might have seeped out of the beef. Okay. So you see I switched my spoons because the first spoon I was using as I was breaking up the raw meat. And now that the meat is fully cooked, I'm using a different spoon for that. Okay, now to the meat we're adding paprika, sweet paprika. Quite a generous amount. What that means to you, that's totally up to you. I like to use maybe a couple teaspoons worth, but generous amount to you, all depends on your own flavor profiles and your own palate. Coriander. Cilantro. Cumin. And black pepper. I have some tortilla wraps, and I'm going to warm those up. Okay, so the beef is now 95% ready. I've just turned the heat down to low. I like it so it's a little bit crispy. It gets crisped up by just sitting in the pan for a little bit longer, and it'll allow all those beautiful spices that we just put in to really deepen within that meat. And now we're going to chop up some of the sides that go along with the burrito. Tomatoes, lettuce, cucumbers, hummus, and Greek eggplant. Alright, so these are some of my convenience foods. We've got a Greek eggplant salad and hummus on the side. Table for people to choose what they want to add to their Don't try this at home. If you have a small paring knife, it's better than with a large one. But I'm a professional. It's pup food, it's rougher food, so it doesn't have to be, things don't have to be delicate. You wrap a burrito, it's okay for things to fall out. And I think for me growing up, I used to love wrap sandwiches. I used to love to go to places where they really filled them up to the brim and they wrapped them in foil because there was no other way to be able to keep the filling in. And then when you started biting into it, the food would fall out and you have to use a fork or just your fingers to be able to eat the rest of that. So that's really getting into your food. That's what that's called, getting into your food. Of course, as an adult, I've learned that to be more thoughtful about the food that I'm eating, which means that you don't want to overstuff yourself. You want to make it fun. And you put it on the table for people to make their own delicious presentations and delicious meals, but you got to be thoughtful about how you eat and what you're eating and how much of it that you're eating. Don't give in to your cravings. Create good habits for yourself early on. Set good examples for your family and for your friends, the people around you, your circle of influence, and you'll be paying it forward as I speak for all the good things that people have done for you. You now have an opportunity to do good things for them simply by leading by example. MARAT'S. You can see every morsel of food that you're combining, and you can taste, more importantly, you can taste every little bit of food. I've always enjoyed foods that have a bite to it. You know, in French you say al dente, you know, especially refers to pasta. When you cook pasta, you want it to be al dente, which means you want it to be a little resistance to the tooth. And when I cook my soups, especially with vegetables, the non-puree soups, I like to have it the same way. You know, we have teeth for a reason, and I've never enjoyed or made soups where it was mushy, where the vegetables were mushy. So whatever I'm cooking, I like to make sure there's a little bit of resistance for the vegetables. It means you haven't overcooked it, you haven't cooked out all the vitamins and minerals that are in that vegetable, which is the real reason for eating it in the first place. We have guacamole that I made yesterday for another show, and pesto that I made yesterday, also for another show. Super delicious. And this one is a pumpkin seed pesto. And then, of course, we're going to chop off some lettuce, some romaine. And that's it. Other than warming up the tortillas, that's the basics. You can add a salad or soup to it if you like, to make it a fuller meal, and finish it off with a little bit of dessert if you like, or however you like to finish off your meals. The most important thing is to be super thoughtful about how you eat, what you're eating, and the portions that you're eating. So, was that easy? Yeah, I think it was. Stay tuned and watch more of these episodes. There's many more to come. My goals are to be able to draw you into the love and the joy of cooking, and to be conscious of the foods that you're eating. More importantly is why you're eating these foods, and not to venture on to diets and trends. These come and go. But if you're comfortable about the skin that you're in, meaning that you're conscious and you put in effort to eat healthy and to understand how often you need to eat and why you're eating, you'll make better choices, you'll stay away from the diets, and you won't restrict yourself of foods if it's not related to any health issues. Until next time, bon appetit. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Facebook group, Healthy Mind, Fit Body. Click the link in this video and like and comment below. Why do I want you to join my groups and subscribe? Because I would love to show you how you can have more vitality, more energy, and more clarity in your life, just like me and my family do. I would love to show you some exercise ideas, some meal plans, some books that we're reading, some of the nutrition supplements that we're using in order to have more abundance and joy and energy in our life. So join our group, our Facebook group, Healthy Mind, Fit Body, where you can get all of these wonderful tips, recipes. You'll see live videos, book suggestions, and we'll show you how to eat better so you don't have to follow any diets, any trends, or your relatives' superstitious remedies. See you in the group.